Hi math friends! I'm here today to help you with how to understand how to solve a word problem that involves fractions. The first thing I always like to do with these word problems is read the problem completely and identify important information. So let's do that. Molly has a piece of string 5/6 yard long. She uses 3/5 of the piece of string to tie a present. What is the length of string left? Okay, the very first thing I always do is I like to underline the question. So that way I know what I'm looking for when I do my work. Here we go. I also like to look for some important information that I can circle that would help me solve the problem. So I know how long her string is. We're going to circle that. Okay. I also know how much string she uses, kind of. So it tells us she uses 3/5 of the string, but it doesn't tell us how many yards that is. It just says it's 3/5 of this piece. So that's important to understand, that we don't know how much string she uses. We have to find that out. So I'm going to circle this word of to remind myself that I don't actually know how much string she uses. I know it's 3/5 of this piece, but I don't know how many yards that is. I can multiply to find that out because this is part of the string, so I can multiply. I also am going to circle the keyword left. And I know that when I see that word in a word problem, I usually need to subtract. So I like to put the symbols there to help me later when I set the problem up. Okay, I'm ready to do some work. So I know how much string she has, and I know how much of it she used. I'm going to set up a multiplication problem. So 5/6 times 3/5. All right, I like to use the cross-canceling strategy so that I don't have to simplify at the end. So I'm going to show you how to do that in a different color. All right, first, I'm going to look diagonal, and I see right away that I have matching numbers. It's kind of like that kid's game memory where you flip 2 cards over and you found a match. That's great when you're multiplying fractions. You can cross both of them out because they match, and you can divide them by itself and turn it into a 1. You found one match. I can cross-cancel the other direction as well because I see that 3 and 6 have a common factor. I can divide both of these numbers by, you got it, you can divide them both by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is equal to 1, and 6 divided by 3 is equal to 2. Now that makes the multiplication so much easier because I can multiply my new green numbers. 1 times 1 equals 1. 2 times 1 equals 2. I'm going to label my answer so I don't forget what that means. 1/2 is not the answer to this question. I took how much string she had and I multiplied it by how much of it she used, and now I know how many yards she used. She used 1/2 yard. So we're going to label that as the string used. Okay. I need to do one more step in order to get my final answer. Now I can subtract and take away how much string she used so I can see how much string she has left. So let's set up a subtraction problem. We're going to write 5/6, and we're going to take away the 1/2 yard she used. So I need to take off my multiplying hat and put on my hat that reminds me how to subtract fractions. When you subtract fractions, you need a common denominator. So let's set that up. I see that I have a 6 and a 2, so my least common denominator here will be a 6, which means I don't need to change my first fraction. Yay, let's keep it. And let's change our second fraction so that the denominators match. Okay, to do that, I need to think about what I multiply by. I need 3 groups of 2 in order to get to 6. 2 times 3. So I have to do that to the numerator. 1 times 3. Let's put a 3 here. Great. Now I can do the subtraction. When I subtract fractions, your denominator stays the same all the way through. So we're going to keep a 6, and we're just going to subtract our numerators to get 2/6 yard left. Great. Now I know my answer. Okay, the last thing I like to do is check my work. Is my work reasonable? To do that, I write a sentence, and my sentence is going to answer the question. Okay, let's make sure my font is nice and big so you can see it. Okay, so we have Molly, and the question is, what is her length of string left? Okay, Molly has, oh, now look at my answer. Something's a little off. I think I can simplify that. To simplify my answer, I can take 2 and 6 because they're both even, and I can make it, say, 1/3 instead because I divided them both by 2. So she has 1/3 yard of string left. All right. Great. So I've shown all my work. I've answered the question in a complete sentence. That is how you solve this type of problem. Now you're ready to try one all on your own. Thanks for watching.